Toxic positivity should also be contrasted with toxic negativity. And it's really the extreme of anything. So with toxic positivity, it's like there's only a high note and there's no room for the ebbs and flows. And toxic negativity, which we should also address, is only the low notes. Life is a series of ebbs and flows. It's not sunny every day, and it certainly isn't raining every day. And so the way I consider positive psychology is that I want to create space for you and me to acknowledge whatever is happening, but I don't want to live in that low place. I want to try to determine how much of what's going on is temporary and how much of it is acute and how much of it is chronic. And one of the ways that we can determine our lows, that they're not simply physiological, because emotions give us information, but they're not all the information. So one of the ways that I find out whether the negative parts of things that are going on in my life are more permanent, more chronic, more acute, more everlasting, is that I literally go for a walk. I go for a workout, I peel potatoes, I make a bed, I ground myself enough to distract myself from whatever that thought or that emotion is. And if it still remains, then we're going to address it, that we're going to create the space for it. And, that's in my marriage. When John comes home from work, I can't just, get him to a place that is positive, that's connected. He needs space. He needs presence to let the day go. So toxic positivity is the idea that it has to be good all the time, which is, if we're talking about diagnosis, that's manic behavior in terms of bipolar. And toxic negativity would be that it's all low all the time, it's all negative all the time, and that could be, in fact, be clinical depression. Positive psychology allows for space, full-on presence, and really self-reliance to try to figure out, what's me, what's you, what's circumstances, and knowing really what parts of our life ebb and flow, because complaining is not conversation. Criticism is toxic criticism, or however you want to call it, doesn't help. It's really allowing for the ebb and flow. And when you're ready, that's what I do. I'm here to remind you of your strengths, but not everybody's ready. And when you are, check in anytime, because all I see is light, because so much of the tough parts in your life, because I have perspective, is temporary. I hope that helps.